So for today's DIY project, you will need a measuring tape, a scissor, a dress zipper 40 centimeter long, but I have one that is 46 centimeter long, so I'm going to cut that off. You will also need some thread, something to mark on the fabric, some pins, some elastic, 1.5 yards of fabric, and a sewing machine. If you have a dress that fits you really well, then it will make the process even more easier to trace the size, but if you don't, then not to worry. So here I'll show you the required measurements to take. The first and foremost thing is the length of the dress. Next, you need to measure the armhole, hips, bust, and around the shoulder. So fold the fabric into half and cut off the excess, measuring the length of the dress. I wanted to keep it 30 inches long, so I'm cutting off the excess. Now as the piece was folded into half, cut the piece into two another pieces. Now you have two pieces, one for the front and the other for the back, which we will refer as the first piece and the second. So place the dress over one piece and trace the size, keeping 1 inch seam allowance. So I'm starting it from the right side. So once you're done tracing, fold the piece into half and cut the excess, keeping seam allowance. Now take the second piece and fold it into half and place the first piece to trace the size, and again do not forget to add seam allowance. Now you can see that the second piece is wider than the first one. Now take the second piece and cut it into half, as we're going to add a zipper to it. So now I'm measuring the zipper 40 centimeter long and marking it with my pencil so that I know where exactly to place my zipper. If you already have a zipper that is this long, you can totally skip this step. Now take the second piece that you already cut out in two pieces, turn the wrong side out and mark 40 centimeter from the top, pin the rest and sew it. After the sewing is done, it should look something like this. Now we're going to add the zipper to the piece. So first, turn the piece wrong side out and start from the left side bottom. Fold the piece and place the zipper the wrong side up and pin it accordingly. Once it's done, it should look something like this. And do not forget to check if you can still open and close the zipper with no struggle. Now back to the first piece, fold it into half and cut out the armhole. So I'm taking roughly 1/4 of the measurement, that is 3.5 or 4. Now here you don't need the accurate measurement as it's going to be an off-shoulder dress. Now once the armhole is cut out, place it over the second piece and cut out the same following the first piece. Now place the two pieces wrong side out, pin and sew the sides. Also, do not forget to hem the bottom of the dress and the armhole. Now take the extra piece that was left, fold it in half, and I'm taking 6.5 inches and cutting it out. Do this twice so that we can have two long straps, which we're going to add to the dress. Now hem one side of both the straps. Also, do not forget to join the two straps to make it one. Now I'm taking the elastic and cutting out 34 inches as my measurement around my shoulder was 42 inches. So I'm taking just 8 inches less for the elastic so that the strap stays stretchable yet comfortable. Now taking the long strap, pin the elastic to one side of the strap and do the same on the other end. Next, divide the elastic in half and the strap to pin it together. Keep doing the same few more times to make sure the piece is equally distributed. Now time to sew, but before that make sure to hem the sides of the straps. Sewing the elastic and the strap together can be a little tricky as the elastic is stretchable and the fabric is not, so make sure to stretch the fabric along with the elastic as far as possible while sewing. Now taking the body piece of the dress, fold the top twice and pin it. Do the same on the other side of the dress, fold it twice, the right side at the top and sew it. Next, unzip the zipper and attach the strap with the dress. Once you're done sewing, do the same thing on the other end and sew the two pieces together. Once the ends of the straps are attached to the dress, divide the strap in half and pin it in the center. Do the same thing with the dress, divide it in half and pin them together in the center. Keep doing the same until the strap is equally distributed and sew them together. And here is the final result.